Jeremy, I'm ready. Hello, Rotarians and guests. Come on in and take a seat. Welcome to the Rotary Club of San Jose and meeting number 5,501. Welcome, everyone. My name is Matt Breaker, and I have the honor and privilege of leading our meetings and our club for this Rotary year. And wow, we've got a fabulous Thanksgiving program scheduled for today, one of my favorites of the year. So looking forward to that. I want to start by saying thank you to Jeremy. He walked away, but lovely songs entering today. Thank you so much, Jeremy. That was terrific. Also would like to say thank you to today's greeting line, which was the Culinary and Hospitality Committee. Yes, absolutely. The Culinary and Hospitality Committee, for those of you who don't know, is just an absolutely fabulous committee. They eat, they drink, they have fun, and yes, they are all about service to club. They put on events like they cook the food and do the entertaining for Teachers Night, for Washington School, for RotoCare, for International Feast. They're just fabulous, and they are led by the wonderful Sandra Gill and Elizabeth Monley. Where are they? Right over here. Yes. Fabulous. They are terrific Rotarians leaders. I've got a couple challenge coins for them today. Folks, if I could get some attention from the food line. Today is all about gratitude, and we're going to hear several speakers who are going to come up and talk about their gratitude. But I just wanted to start things off by recognizing three folks who this club would not run without, and those folks are our indefatigable executive director, Leslie Hamilton. Where is Leslie? Just fabulous. Yes. Lisa Regal, who makes sure the bills are paid and we get everything done. Terrific. And Marie Barlin is, I've been working with her, you know, we talk every week. She's just an absolute delight. And the meetings that run well, it's because she's taking care of all of that. So just want to say thank you to all three of them. Yeah. And of course, we've got some challenge coins for them as well. So today we've got on the traveling mics, we've got Robert Furry, who we're going to be introducing in a bit, and John Franco. Where are they? Robert? Let's go to Robert first. Robert, we're going to hear more about you in a moment, but who's your sponsor?
My sponsor is the enthusiastic and ever-present Matt Robin.
I love it. Terrific. Yes, sponsors are crucial. Okay, thank you. Well, we're going to meet you a little more formally in a bit. John Franco, tell us about yourself. Who's your sponsor? And
my sponsor is Heather Lerner.
Oh, right to the top. There we go.
Yeah.
Past President Heather. Love it. Excellent. Well, welcome to both of you. We're going to do some guest introductions now. If you are a Rotarian with a guest, what a great meeting to bring a guest to. Please stand. We'll get the traveling mics to you for some introductions. And for time, I'd say let's hold the applause till we're all done. That works 1 out of 10 times, but we'll give it a shot. The fabulous Megan Fluke, take it away.
Hello, fabulous President Breaker. My sponsor is Rod Diridon. I'm so happy to introduce my friend Jeremy Shapiro, a serial entrepreneurial business growth whisperer and a recent author of a #1 best-selling business development book. I met Jeremy as a fellow Girls on the Run coach, and he's the reason why I wake up 2 days a week at 5:45 in the morning to go for a run. I'm pleased to say that his application to join Rotary will be submitted in the coming weeks, my first recruited member.
Best news ever. Love it. Okay. Mike,
Hi, President
hello.
I'm here with Sean-Paul Guess, who's helped me out because I just ran into you today. I wasn't expecting you. So you work at Arc Systems, connecting public and private entities.
Terrific. Well, welcome. Thank you so much. I think that was Deb Davis behind there. Yes, hello.
Hello, President Matt. I'm Deb Davis. My sponsors were Pam Foley and Chappie Jones. And today I have 3 guests. I have Troy Hagen and Dave Torres, and both from Falck, which is an ambulance company in Alameda County, and they are getting to know Santa Clara County, hopefully to be our ambulance provider. I also have Allie Hughes from Canyon Snow Consulting with me today.
Terrific. Welcome to you all. Okay. That's great. Should we go to Joan right here?
Yes.
Hi, Matt. My sponsor here is Bonnie Bramberg, and I brought today a guest. His name is Justin Stroud. He's from Australia. Justin is about ready to bring their first-class hampers, which is our high-end gift boxes, into the United States. And so I will be helping him, JP Graphics and Idle Time Wines, helping him bring those baskets into the U.S.
Okay, terrific, wonderful, welcome. Past President Larry Stone.
President Matt, my sponsor was Peter Carter.
Oh, wonderful.
And I'm delighted today to introduce the Assistant Assessor of Santa Clara County and the candidate who came in first in the primary and ready for the election, the final election, Nisa Flager.
Oh, welcome, okay. Okay, right back here. Megan, hello.
Hi, President Matt. I am excited to introduce my dear friend Courtney Morera. She and I have been friends since high school, so we went to presentation together, and she's about to start a new job at Stanford Medical in December.
Terrific. Okay. Past President Julie.
Hi, Matt. Past President Julie Matsushima. I was sponsored by my late husband, Mel Matsushima, in 1990.
Wonderful.
I've been in the club a long time. Today, my guest is my more recent husband, Bruce Noonan, and he is a retired security systems engineer.
Wonderful, welcome. We'll get to hear past President Julie talk. Take it away, here we go.
Hello, President Matt. Stephanie Ligsay. My sponsor was Larry Stone. Thank you. My guest today is Hemant Desai, and he is a founder of Local Community Heroes, and he's given away, their community project has given away over 65 scholarships.
Wonderful,
So,
thank you.
yes.
Well, thank you, Stephanie, okay. Mike, take it away.
Hi, President Matt. My sponsor was the great Mike Block, and I'd like to introduce my wife, Kathy Gudo, who's here visiting us today.
Wonderful. You're going to see a great show today. That's great. I believe I see Sarju over there. Hello, Sarju.
Hello, President Matt. Sarju Naran. My sponsor is Gene Serpa from Republic Services. I'm with Hoag Fenton. My guest today is Aiden Fuhrer with Iron Construction.
Wonderful, welcome. Okay, yes. Okay, I think that does it for our guest introductions. Thank you to all the Rotarians who brought guests, and thank you to the guests who came to check us out today. It's going to be a great program, one of the best of the year, in my opinion, and please come back, check us out, and maybe join us if you feel the connection. Okay, next up. Yes, we clap for the guests now, exactly, yes. Was that Ellenberg? Who did that? Who is that? Okay. Oh, it's Daniel. Okay, excellent. So now we've got some blue badge presentations. We've got, oh my God, I got a complete F. My guest is here today. Fabulous Sid Breaker is right here in the house. Hello, Sid. Oh my God, I'll be walking home, but don't worry about that. Exactly, I should be, exactly, yes. The number keeps rising. Okay, blue badge presentations. Yes, as we all know, after you complete your year of red badge service, you are in for life, as they say. It's a blue badge, and we've got several today. If I get those folks to come on up here, we're going to go right in alphabetical order. We'll get them to come on up here, and then we'll take a photo in a moment here. We've actually got 8 Blue Badgers, and I'm encouraging folks, membership, we're doing good, but let's keep, if you got anyone you think would be interested in joining Rotary, bring them to a meeting like people did today. Have them check it out. It's an infectious spirit about our club. So you get them here. It's the first step to get them in. Okay, we're going to start, I'm in the wrong order here, with Annie Agahan. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Here we go. We'll swap out the red for the blue. Should we stay right over here for photos? Yeah, let's get right over here for photos. Okay. Mike Ciramelli. We're going to go in alphabetical, sorry. No, you left nice. All right, take a little photo. Emily Esparza. Love it. Okay. Yeah, we can do claps along the way. We'll just keep doing it here. Thank you so much. Sergio, I don't think he's here today. Okay. Oh my God, what's going on? James Leventhal. Here we go. Let's hear for James. Well, we never turn down a 3-ring bell. James, 3 rings of bells for the blue badge. Love it. That's the way we do it. Can I make announcements? Afterwards. I'll take the red badge, though. Thank you so much. I'm all the wonderful Kimberly McKay. Peace be with you. There we go. Aaron O'Neill, come on down. And Kat Pendleton, come on up. Let's hear it for these folks. Can we get a quick, I guess you guys are going to go. We'll get the blue badge thing. They'll step on over there if you would. Oh. All right. Well, that's fabulous. 8 in one day. That's, how good is that? Okay. We're going from blue badge to the opposite end here today. New member introduction. We've got Robert Freary here today. His sponsor is Matt Robin. Come on up, please. We've got some fun facts here about Robert, and he's got some fun facts. Check those out. But I think everyone knows the routine. The full biography, it's an interesting biography, is in the lobby. It's on the bulletin, it's in the newsletter, and it's in social media. I encourage you to check that out and learn a little bit more about him. But we're going to, as we like to do, try to find some things in common, create some connections. I think you know the routine. It's time for the afternoon stretch. On your feet, folks. Here we go. Just as a friendly reminder, I'm going to ask a series of either-or questions. If you have the same answer as Robert, remain standing. If you have a different answer, take a seat and remain seated, but please stay listening because you may have lots of other things in common. Robert, are you ready to go?
I am ready, sir.
Okay. Let's start it out with this one. We'll go off of the bio for starters. Springsteen or Jagger?
Oh, that's an easy one. Springsteen, the boss.
Springsteen stands, remains standing. Okay. Oh, interesting. We got some rockers in this group. Okay. First we found out Van Halen members. Now we got some Mick Jagger members. Okay. Next up, would you rather attend the World Cup or the Super Bowl?
Oh, great question. World Cup.
Okay. Okay. We're moving on. Okay. We've got Thanksgiving coming up, so we'll transition to a little Thanksgiving theme here. Pumpkin pie or apple pie?
I mean, the only answer is which one comes with whipped cream, but pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie. Okay. I like this number, but let's do one more. Hopefully, if you all take a seat, I'm going to ask you to stand up again. Here we go. One more. Homemade cranberry or out of the can? Oh. I'm not trying to shame you. Homemade cranberry out of the can.
Homemade.
Okay, we got some can lovers. I like this number. If you are still standing, please come introduce yourself to Robert. Invite him to the committee you join. That's how we get people involved. We make that connection. Please introduce yourself afterwards. I've talked to the other people who've gone through the introduction. They love it when folks introduce themselves. Ellenberg, what are we doing? Oh my God. Please take a seat, Ellenberg. $100 for you. Okay. Let's go for our nice warm Rotary welcome for Robert Freary. Yes, indeed.
Just want to say thank you. I'm happy to be back in the club and to reconnect with some old friends and, of course, definitely meet some new friends and serve our community at Morgan Autism Center. Thank you.
So glad. Thank you so much. Robert, welcome. Okay. Yes, if you're still standing or if you found something in common, I encourage you. Introduce yourself. Invite him to sit with you at a meeting. Invite him to a committee meeting. That's how we get people to become lifers, to get in the mix. Okay, let's see. We've got a little time on our hands. I think it's time for time to play Name That Rotarian. We played this once before. We're going to play it again. I'm going to put up some pictures one at a time, throw up a little clue. And we'll see who knows who can name a Rotarian here. I'm just checking one thing, not checking my, here we go, we got to be ready for this. Okay, who are we going to have participate in this game? I was chatting earlier with Sarah Janigan. Where are you? Is Sarah in the house? I think she is. Fabulous. Sarah, you're ready to play, aren't you? Okay, let's hear it for Sarah. All right, here we go. Okay, first up, let's take a look at this picture, folks. Let's see if, no life. I'm going to give you clues. Well, we'll see. Okay, here we go. Yes, a microphone would be nice. Can we get a microphone to Sarah? Okay, first up, here we go. This Rotarian drinks fresh OJ every morning. Okay.
I need more clues.
Okay, good, excellent. This Rotarian, who looks like she's 12 in the photo, was actually in her 20s, I believe. She's been reading true crime novels for at least 40 years. Okay, we're getting warmer, aren't we? Let's go one more.
This is throwing me off.
Yes, this Rotarian was Santa Claus at one of our holiday meetings, and several of you sat on her lap, and some of you, I just have to say, asked for some naughty things. You know who you are. Okay. I'm going to give you one more. You ready for one more?
One more.
Okay, one more. I think you know. I'm getting body language that you know. This Rotarian prosecuted the first hate crime in the state of California, and then went on to write a monograph about how to do it that is distributed to every prosecutor in the state. Legend is the word that comes to mind. Do you know who it is?
I believe it might be Karen Sununu Towery.
Oh my God, you're exactly right. Yes, I love it. Our past club president, our past foundation president, and our current host of the Did You Know? So thanks for the photos, past President Karen, and thank you, Sarah. And Sarah, for you, I have a little rotary pin, which is a pumpkin with a rotary wheel, so you're never caught without your thing. Thank you so much for participating in that. And next up, we have the fabulous Culinary and Hospitality Committee, which is coming up, and I believe actually Sarah is going to take to the podium for that. Oh, with Elizabeth Motley, our chair of the business. Show some love to Sarah and Elizabeth, please.
Hello, I'm Sandra.
And I'm Elizabeth.
And we wanted to introduce Sarah to you, who you've already met. She is chairing the wonderful holiday luncheon. And she's going to make an announcement, right?
And this is a great committee to be on, and there's a lot of support for this luncheon. So let's see if I can do this right. It's almost time for the most wonderful show-off event. Mark your calendars to show up and show off at our Showtime Holiday Luncheon. Let's see. Here we go. It's going to be right here, December 17th, from 11:30 to 1:30, and 'tis the season to sip and savor, jingle and mingle, razzle and dazzle, and deck the halls with family and friends. Take a great photo at our holiday photo booth, and you might even be able to create your own holiday card early. Enjoy Joseph George wines, our Rotary signature eggnog, and Scott Seafood will be providing our appetizers and our great gourmet lunch, which will all be plated and served at your table. Entertainment that day will be our Lee Weimers award-winning pianist Peter Klolischer and the San Jose State Choraleers Octet. Seating is limited, so sign up before it sells out. Purchase your tickets at the table in the lobby or online. Use the QR code. And early bird pricing, I'm not doing this. Early bird pricing will be until November 30th. So we hope you will be there and don't miss the show.
It's the most wonderful lunch of the year. The bells will be ringing, the choir will be singing, will be of good cheer. It's the Showtime holiday lunch of the year.
So please join us on December 17th.
Love that. That was terrific. Jeremy, again, tickling the ivories, as past President Carl says. Love it. Okay, let's do some little announcements here. We got things coming up that you should have on your calendar. First up, we've got our happy hour coming up on Thursday, November 20th. Which would mean that it's this Thursday. It is 5 p.m. at Poppy and Claire. If you haven't been to one of these, tomorrow, you're exactly right, it's tomorrow. It's a costly meeting for me, what can I say? Tomorrow, if you haven't been to one of these, great event. People come out, just a chance to kibitz or socialize, mingle, have a good time. It's just a great event. Usually gets a very good turnout, and I encourage you all to come. And thanks to our Sip and Snack Squad for putting that together. Then, on December 10th, we are going to have our first, in, as I understand it, more than 100 years, club-wide social service project. I misspoke, club-wide service project. So we're going to have a little meeting before. We're going to introduce a new member. We got a couple other things planned. But then we're going to all do a service project together, which aligns with the Washington School. We have backpacks, which have the Washington School logo on it. They have the Rotary Club name on it. We're going to wrap a book for every one of the 400 students in that school, put it in the backpack. We've got water bottles with the Rotary Club logo on it. We've got little other things, some crayons and pens and things that Sue Smith sponsored to put in there. And we'll be writing notes to express encouragement and support for all the students. In fact, we've already started doing that in the lobbies today. So that's going to be a great event. And I encourage you to be here because we're going to get a photo of this event. We're going to submit it to Rotary International. They have that competition they have for Photo of the Year. And I think having 150 Rotarians with the backpacks they packed for students at the Washington Elementary School would be a terrific show of the amazing things our club. So I encourage you to come to that. And then on December 13th, we've got a wonderful event, Wreaths Across America, put on by our amazing Military Care Committee, meeting at 9 a.m. at Oak Memorial Park, laying wreaths at the gravestones of veterans. Encourage you to come out for that. Wonderful event. Thank you to the Military Care for that. And as we said, we've got the holiday luncheon on the 17th. Opportunity is now to strike while the iron's hot, get the discounted tickets. Please come. Great opportunity to bring a guest, significant other, or someone else that you want to introduce to Rotary or share that moment with. So please encourage you to do that. I will also say that traditionally, and one of the things I really love about this program is traditionally at the Thanksgiving program, we have the Sandy Ellenberg Humanitarian Award given out. But this year, unfortunately, the individual is not in town, which translation means if you're in the room, folks, maybe next year. Sorry. But we're going to put that off for a few months, but we're definitely going to do it because I love it. I hope you do too. It's a wonderful award for the support of our club. So I'll put out an announcement when that happens. And when we are obviously off next week for Thanksgiving, and then we come back on the 3rd. We've got several things going on that day. You're going to find out who the president-elect is. We're going to find out the club members, the future president of the foundation, and we've got our own Dan Orloff back speaking about what a long, strange trip it's been, the Grateful Dead's San Jose debut. So he spoke once before, knocked that out of the park. I'm looking forward to that, so put that on your calendar, folks. That's going to be great. And let's get to the main attraction, shall we? Are you ready for a little show here? Here we go. Today's show, as we all know, is the Bob Kieve Thanksgiving program. Lenore Kieve has picked up that tradition and carried it on, which I'm so appreciative and grateful for. It's just wonderful. And to get us in the mood of gratitude, even more than we already are, We've got Jeremy back at the piano, going to play us a little song, and then we'll bring up Lenore. Jeremy, take it away. Wonderful. The song was That's What Friends Are For. How appropriate. And with that, show some love to the fabulous Lenore Kieve, please.
Hello, and welcome to the 29th Bob Kieve Thanksgiving Program. It's been 29 years. My dad started this program in 1997, and I am so grateful that we continue this special tradition. And in doing so, we honor his memory, and in a small way, we bring him back into the room for a little while. So today we have 11 Rotarians who are going to tell us what makes them thankful. And starting us off is Richard Adjlooney. Thank you.
Thank you, Lenore. I trimmed it down to about 45 minutes. I hope that's okay. Just checking out the room. I want to see who's here. I often tell people that I grew up in a foreign country in America, and then I get this weird contorted look. And you know what I mean by that is I was raised in Detroit by Palestinian parents. So I had the rare gift of living between two worlds. You know, at home I was surrounded by our Palestinian culture, food, poetry, and the aromas of, you know, all the great food and memories of the homeland. And then I opened the door and I had the privilege and the freedom of being an American. As we gather in this season of thanks, I'm especially mindful of the blessings of my own story. My Catholic faith sat at the crossroad of my two identities. It was the thread that stitched them together. In our home, faith wasn't just practiced, it was lived. My parents were activists before many of you were born and before that was even a word that we used colloquially. You know, their prayers whispered in Arabic mingled with the rituals that I learned in Catholic school, right? Teaching me early on that, you know, God meets us in every language, in every country, in every journey. For as long as I can remember, my heart has lived in two places. While I enjoyed the security and the opportunity that I had living as an American, my Palestinian brethren endured decades of hardship, war, displacement, and uncertainty. Their resilience and their unwavering trust in God, despite the suffering, shaped a lot of my understanding. They taught me that faith is not an escape from struggle, but a compass through it. I've been fortunate to travel to many places. Nothing compares to walking the narrow ancient streets of Old City Jerusalem, especially for a person of faith. It feels like stepping into the pages of the Holy Scripture. You know, Via Dolorosa and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre.
What makes Jerusalem extraordinary, though, is not that it's sacred to one faith, but that it's the heart of three great religions: Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. If you ever have the chance to visit Jerusalem, go. Go with an open heart, experience the layers of faith, the culture, the humanity that define that sacred place. It's not just a destination to me, but a reminder of how God has used the threads of two worlds, my two worlds, to shape the person that I am today. In the spirit of thanksgiving, I hold deep gratitude for all the ways these worlds have blessed me, for the freedom of America, for the heritage of Palestine, for a faith that binds them, and for the enduring hope that one day peace will be more than a prayer, but a lived reality for all who call that land home.
Welcome, everybody. This is the second time that I've spoke to you during this program. Some 20 years ago, I was up here. My mom was in the audience for that one, and it was real special for me. I talked about our family. I talked about how good San Jose has been for us. This talk's going to be a little different. This is a chance for me to express how San Jose Rotary has affected my life and made me lifelong friends here. Have any of you walked among the redwoods in Jedediah Smith State Park? If you have, you will remember that they're tall, strong, straight, and they'll be there for a long, long time. These trees are a testament of time to the world, and I was and still am in awe of these trees. The members of this club are redwood trees. There's the tie-in. I know you're waiting. Each of you and all of us in this club are redwood trees. You display this at our committee meetings, at our functions, our recruiting, but mostly in the commitment to the good work that we do together. We are together, San Jose Rotary. As the years have hurried by, some 41 now, I've sat with, talked with, joked with, worked with many members. And I cannot express to you how this has enriched my life. I am humbled to be a member and still in awe of the redwoods around me. Thank you, John Levitt, Bill Wall, Jim Nielsen, Barry Christina, Kut Kutnewski, Glenn George, Halsey Burke, Lee Lester, John Popovich, and others in this room and not in this room. Too many to mention. Thank you. Have a great holiday.
Values, work ethic, and perseverance can be shaped anywhere, right? For me, they were created in Illinois under the steady guidance of my parents, Malcolm and Nancy Ball. My father was a proud World War II vet who landed in France only a couple months after D-Day and fought his way to Stuttgart, Germany, with the Third Army. He was a no-nonsense man, direct, tough, and never one for hugs or small talk. From the time I was 13, I worked in our family's precision blasting business, handling dynamite, blasting caps, and jackhammers. Dad believed in responsibility, and he made sure I understood what real work looked like. I'll never forget the morning after my high school basketball team lost the biggest game ever. All I wanted was to stay in bed and feel sorry for myself. But Dad had other plans. At 7 a.m., he had me on my feet and doing yard work. At the time, I really didn't appreciate it at all. Now I understand that he was teaching me one of life's greatest lessons. When life knocks you down, what do? You get back up and you get moving. What tough love is, that tough love is what built the drive that has carried me throughout my entire life. For that, I am forever grateful and thankful. And then there was Mom. Dad married her when she was just 18, and today she is 96 and living independently. Every morning, she woke us with joy singing, "The hills are alive with the sound of music," at full volume while she made our breakfast and packed our school lunches. I can't imagine a more positive way to start the day as a child. Mom told us we could be anything we wanted to be as long as we kept a positive mental attitude. Her encouragement was constant and uplifting, a perfect balance to Dad's direct, tough-handed approach. Everything I am was shaped by these two remarkable people of the greatest generation, a father who taught me grit and a mother who taught me possibility. Their lessons have stayed with me every step of the way, and I am forever thankful for the foundation they provided me. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks to Lenore and Dave for inviting me to be a member of this group. Start off, I'm a retired Cold Warrior and a space systems executive. My family has roots in this valley from the De Anza expedition, so we've been around a while here. Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. It's the focus on appreciation and family. It's not stuff, that seems to take over everything else that we do for all our holidays. God has been so great to me. I've got a fantastic wife. She's been my friend, lover, and companion for 49 years. We have 5 fantastic kids and 10 even better grandkids. I think that's the reason they have kids, is to have grandkids. I had a fantastic career in the space and missile business, and I worked for more than 9 years in the Air Force, then 35 years as a contractor supporting Air Force, Space Force, and the National Reconnaissance Office, which you couldn't say when I first started working with that organization. So we've come a long way. So as a Cold Warrior, as a missile launch officer at Malmstrom Air Force Base in Montana, so 1977, 2 California kids come driving up on the worst blizzard of all time that we'd ever experienced, of course, going into that base, and it started quite an adventure. When we got done with our missile duty, we moved over to the Blue Cube, where I found my passion, flying satellites and launching rockets. So I did that for a while. My last job in the Air Force was supporting the Space Shuttle Challenger, and as you can imagine, that was the absolute worst day of my life, and professional life, excuse me. And then being the guy in charge during the accident was quite an eye-opening and humbling experience, and I've never forgotten that. I think of that day all the time, and I'll never forget that. But coincidentally, when the Challenger blew up, my Air Force career blew up. And so I had an assignment, got canceled. So I ended up getting out and going to work for a contractor doing the same thing. So I had a career of, I say, launching, flying, and buying space systems. It was fantastic. So I enjoyed doing that. Over the years, I progressed, and when I retired, I was running about a $300 million enterprise. And so what I'm thankful for, so this Thursday, it's going to be fantastic. We're going to have 3 of our kids and their significant others, and 6 grandkids. And I'm looking forward to the mayhem and chaos that that day is going to bring. Thanks, everybody.
Good afternoon. As we approach Thanksgiving, I want to express my gratitude, not just for the blessings in my life, but for the place and the people who made them possible. When I arrived in Silicon Valley back in 2001, I wasn't from here. I didn't know anyone. I started my practice in San Jose, Campbell, from scratch. Just faith, determination, and a hope that somehow this community would embrace me, and it did. From San Jose to Los Gatos, Saratoga, Campbell, etc., I found not just patients, but neighbors, mentors, friends who became like family. You welcomed me, I'm going to say that again, you welcomed me into your lives and into this vibrant community that celebrates innovation, compassion, and service. I'm grateful for my dear friends who stood by me through great times and not so great times, who forgave me when I was a little snappy or prickly or persnickety after sleepless nights or stressful days, and who showed me the true meaning of loyalty and love. Most of all, I'm thankful to God for guiding my steps into this great country, the United States of America, for the freedom and the opportunity that allowed me to build a life and a career doing what I love, serving others. So today, from the bottom of my heart, I say thank you to Silicon Valley, to my friends, to God, and to this great nation for embracing me and helping me become who I am. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Have you ever thought love was off the table, only to find it waiting for you when you least expect it? Yvonne, yes, it's true for you. When my late husband, Mel Matsushima, passed away after 40 wonderful years of marriage, marrying again for me was absolutely out of the question. But then life threw me a curveball. On a November morning 3 years ago, while having coffee in a very crowded Pete's Cafe, a man approached me. "Hi, I'm Bruce. Can I share your table?" I said, "Okay." And we began a casual conversation and discovered that we had much in common. Soon, it was noon, and Bruce asked if I'd like a bite to eat. "Can we meet at Left Bank in 20 minutes, he asked me. Sure. I had enjoyed the visit, and I thought, why not? It turned out to be a delightful afternoon, and soon it was 5 p.m. We exchanged numbers and a goodbye hug, and little did I know that that coffee would change my life. On our first date, we went to a Bocelli concert in San Francisco. We ended the evening with a long, magical midnight walk and made plans for another date. But before the relationship got too far along, I thought I'd better come clean about my age. I was older than Bruce, and he didn't know it. So when I shared the news, he just stared at me. After a very long pause, he said, "Well, it depends if you could keep up." And I thought, really? He must be kidding, because my thought was wondering if he was going to keep up with me. So there was no question in my mind, and that sealed the deal, and we were married 6 months later. So life's surprises can lead us to unexpected joys and events, even on what I call the last train ride. Embrace them no matter where you are on your journey. So this Thanksgiving, I feel incredibly blessed and grateful to have a devoted partner and husband who enriches my life with love and joy every single day. Happy Thanksgiving.
I wanted to thank Lenore personally for inviting me. I miss your dad a lot, and I can feel his presence today. Life can be so arduous and complex to navigate so much of the time. My saving grace and lifeline continues to be my Rotary family. I am forever thankful for the special interactions Rotarians have gifted to me this past year. such as realizing that Henri Milderbrook not only shares my same taste in hair design, but we share the same birth date, and I relish her vision and passion for regenerative earth practices. The gift of learning from David Neal and experiencing how earnest he is to set his grandchildren and so many other neurodivergent youth up for optimal success. The gift of silly giggles with Sandra and Brenda in the basement of a very fancy restaurant in Calgary, admiring a uniquely shaped piece of furniture. The gift of mentorship from Dr. Gloria Duffy, and the gift of fierce vision for a sustainable future from the Honorable Rod Diridon Sr. The sweet memories of the semi-hooky playing day getaway afternoon in Japantown with Catherine. The precious blessing of visiting Mr. Charlie McCullum, enjoying the most intellectual and engaging conversations, relishing in his grace and resilience. The steadfast support and encouragement that Brenda provided me as I practiced for Helsinki. The wonderful getaway lunches at the Ethiopian restaurant with Amy and then with Les, and the beautiful, precious gift of Dr. Emily and Matt Robin. They invited me to get to know her sister Megan better, as well as some other amazing Rotarians, in a touching farmhouse dinner under a beautifully decorated sukkah, as I got to learn about the history of Sukkot. And in one of the darkest hours of my life, they opened their home to me and held space for me to not be okay. That night, and your support was like a healing salve to my soul. The Rotary-given spirit, kindness, and cherished friendships are what I'm most thankful for this holiday season.
I want to take a moment to express how truly grateful I am for the incredible abundance in my life. It's so easy to get caught up in the small stuff, but this Thanksgiving program gives me a chance to pause and reflect on all that I am grateful for. On our farm, I'm fortunate enough to provide a forever home to 250 wonderful critters, and their daily presence is a unique source of happiness in my life. But none of that would be possible without our dedicated volunteers and generous supporters. Thank you for your time, attention, and love. It's been nearly 23 years since I met the most incredible woman on the planet. She's beautiful, funny, intelligent, creative, and ever evolving. She supports me and encourages me to follow my dreams. She is my everything. Creatively, I'm grateful for the opportunity to perform in another show with old friends and new at a place where I grew up learning to be a stage artist, a passion that allowed me to travel the world, express myself, and connect with stories and audiences. What's even more special is using those very same gifts to help raise money for my community as a benefit auctioneer, leveraging my voice and energy for causes I believe in. I'm deeply grateful for the examples of generosity I continue to see from the members of this Rotary Club with your dedication to making the world a better place. For the simple things, a warm home, healthy food, and quiet moments of peace that remind me of all that is still good in the world. Life has its ups and downs, but having animals, community, passions, and people like you in my life makes all the difference. Your kindness, support, and unique qualities inspire me every day to be a better person. So I simply wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate each and every one of you and love who you all are.
First of all, I wanted to thank the people that have last names starting in W, so I'm not last. When I first started in Rotary, woo! When I first started, I wasn't sure I would fit in. I was an occupational therapist, I wasn't an attorney, I wasn't a CEO, and I had the good fortune to sit down to Mel, Julie's husband, and we started talking. He asked me what I did, and he started talking about his granddaughter, lovingly, and then about you and about the Rotary Play Garden. And I thought, well, that's perfect. I fit in perfectly here.
I went into occupational therapy really because of my dad, who had had polio and struggled with a lot of post-polio issues and was really ingenious in the things he came up with. Coincidentally, when I graduated, on the day of my graduation, my dad was consummate businessman and Rotarian, asked me, when are you taking accounting? So that was also very apt. I first started in inpatient hospitals. I did a lot of inpatient work, and I was at Children's Hospital at Stanford. That was a whole different group of kids. I was working in pediatrics, of course, and I have so many memories from that time. I had little Maria Elena who said, "Ay, Catalina, hueles como frijoles." You smell like beans, because I used to eat a garlic bagel. The chemo made her really sensitive to smell. I worked with little Alex, who worked so hard on these hand exercises while he was going through chemo for AML. I almost got run over. Johnny Stevens' mom almost ran me over on the sidewalk as I was walking, and she jumped out and said, "Do you remember me? Do you remember Johnny?" Johnny had died of a brain tumor a couple years before that, and I was like, of course, how could I not remember you? Excuse me. Whew. The work brought me into the lives and the families at their most vulnerable time. I did transition to outpatient because that just was too hard on my heart, letting go of kids. And I did have a lot of memories of those kids. We had little Jonathan, I worked with him at 2 years old. He's now 25 and just got diagnosed with Kabuki syndrome. But he loves to chat on Facebook and honestly could go on all day. They trusted me. They brought me into their families. They taught me so much, and the main lesson that I learned, and I will quote Andrea Gibson, is don't waste a second. Love your family, love yourself, appreciate your health. Thank you.
The last 12 months has been a year of very high highs for me, and I have so much to be thankful for. Excuse me. Against all odds, I bought my house in San Jose solo, on my own, something I never thought I would do in a million years. And my first grandchild, Harrison, was born in May. So this Thanksgiving will be his first, and we'll be celebrating it in my new home. The journey to get here started with leaving a marriage years ago that was not safe nor built on trust. The divorce was extremely hard and left me with a mountain of marital debt. But if my two wonderful kids were here today, Kelly and Don, they would say, I got here out of perseverance and resilience. And I'd have to agree with them. But I'm also not good at asking for help. So today I want to give thanks to the people who helped me on this difficult, long journey, some of whom were strangers who gave without expecting anything in return. In my mind, these were not random acts of kindness. These were intentional acts of kindness. Here's a few examples of people along the way who were intentional in their giving. First and foremost, my kids, who encouraged and supported me through the lows and the highs. I used to work as a high-level executive with the county government who had to fake it and wear a mask at work while dealing with the chaos at home. I'm thankful for the great coworkers who supported me, and they remain my dear friends today. There was this random accountant that the divorce judge had me meet with who shook his head at what was going on and immediately shared a few referrals that would help me. There's the dear friend who said she would hide money for me so that I could move out and put down a rental deposit on a place for me and the kids. There was this lawyer who wasn't even involved in my divorce, but stopped me in the hallway of the law office, felt driven to tell me that the arbitration was a bad deal for me, and gave me some phone numbers of trusted colleagues who later helped me. The group of friends who gladly offered to move me out of my house with their pickup trucks and made me feel safe for the first time in a long time. Most recently, my landlord, who wanted me to stay in this rental house that I had grown to love, and so he worked with me on purchasing my home. I'm here to say that I am thankful for my family and my home, but I'm also grateful to all of those people who gave without expecting anything in return, and their intentional acts of kindness. Thank you.
chasing yellow and black butterflies fluttering across the pasture, catching tadpoles from the pond to discover the wonder of their metamorphosis, enjoying the light display from a jar of lightning bugs that I had caught just an hour earlier by hand, crawling out on a horizontal tree that grew over the creek to drop a line for the fish below, and enjoying the menagerie of ducks, chickens, cows, and many other creatures that made up a part of our daily life. All of these things were part of my childhood on a sprawling and hilly farm in rural Tennessee. But more important was the community that we had and my family's role in it. My grandparents' lives demonstrated to me their concern and kindness for the people that made up our small community. Most of the homes nearby held items that my grandparents had built or stitched. Most of the families received vegetables that we so laboriously raised. And I cared for the people in our community, and I knew confidently that they cared for my family as well. As is typical with children, you don't appreciate the special things in your life at that age. But the joy, the freedom, the love, and the sense of community that I experienced in my early years have left a lasting impact on the man I am today. And for that, I am truly thankful.
Without a doubt, one of the best programs of the year. Just want to say thank you to all of those folks for their words of gratitude and inspiration. And also to everyone here, the environment that's created with the warmth and the acceptance is just, you can feel it in the air. So thank you to everyone for making that environment so great. We're going to finish a little early today. I did want to also say that on the 17th, after the holiday luncheon, there is our annual Christmas in the Park event hosted by past President Karen Philbrick, and there are signups in the lobby for that as well, so please put that on your calendar. It's a great opportunity to nosh, kibitz, socialize, eat, that kind of stuff. And with that, I'm going to send you out with a song called Till You Can't by Cody Johnson. It's about relationships and learning how to enjoy them, which I think is important at this time of year. So with that, our show is over, and our meeting's adjourned, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving.